You've seen every snap that the rookie quarterback has taken so far this year. What is your interpretation or how do you feel about what you've seen so far?
I think he's the best Bears quarterback that we've seen in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And I think the best is yet to come. He's super dedicated to his development. He's dedicated to making sure that he gets an understanding of some of the veterans that he's playing with. He's super courageous. He knows when to run and when not to run. He had a great completion to Keenan Allen last week on a third down where he knew where the line of scrimmage was. He understands his whereabouts. So I just think that Caleb's upside, he's not even scratched the surface yet. And the only thing I want to see for Caleb is the opportunity to be in the same terminology for multiple years,
right. Yeah.
Where he's a master at it, where he hears the play caller say 2 words and he can finish a sentence.
Yeah. It's not ideal to change coaches and coordinators with a rookie quarterback, but because the old adage is you ruin more quarterbacks than you develop. But I think this kid's got A, the ability, B, the football intellect, and C, the maturity that the dysfunction or the adversity that he's gone through this year is not something that's going to ruin him.
You know what, too, is when he goes to the podium on Wednesdays, he doesn't speak in cliches.
Yeah.
He's well thought of. He understands. He listens to the question. If he wants a little bit more time about the question itself, he repeats the question, and then he gives you an answer. It's just not a cliche-riddled podium visit by what you hear from coaches and players around the league.
I've heard Yurko say this a lot with regard to kind of the makeup of the team and the leadership committee, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, but just to kind of relay Johnny's thought. He thought it was a mistake as the season began to not have an offensive or a defensive lineman on that leadership committee. What do you think about not having somebody from the trenches as part of that crew that had the conduit to the head coach and the coaching staff?
I've been concerned about that since he named the captains.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have an alpha male on the offense and defensive line, that they're in that leadership council, that leadership group of your football team, I don't know if it says something about the talent of each of those groups, because you have talented guys. You got the Billings and you got Montez Sweat, and you have these guys that have NFL experience. And on the offensive line, I guess it'd have to be between a Coleman Shelton or a Ryan Bates, Tevin, but
maybe Braxton. No,
you have to have a guy that has that. That alpha side to him. That he's the first guy that you want getting off the bus, and he's the guy that is a Jimbo Covert type of guy, and with that type of attitude, that type of performance,
it's hard to be that guy if you're not always available.
Correct.
That's kind of like why Tevin is. He's got the mentality, but the lack of availability, I think, kind of cancels out.
Right.
That alpha male personality that he may have.
Right.
Yeah, for a left tackle, I guess Braxton doesn't have the alpha male, but he's a solid citizen, human being, all that stuff.
But
he's not maybe an alpha.
Super intelligent, well-spoken guy. So I wish that Darnell Wright would be more alpha. I wish he would be an angrier person. I wish that he would show, because he's a super talented guy.
Yeah.
In his, he's another guy that has a tremendous upside. So I wish Darnell would take over that role that T. Waddle's talking about.
All right, 312-332-3776 is the number. When we come back, we will open up the phone lines. Ask Tom anything as we head towards Sunday. Bears and Niners. Thomas Brown's debut as the interim head coach. We're live at Twin Peaks in Oak Brook. Stop on by.
Jess.
It's Waddle and Silvy with Tom Thayer till 6:30 right here on ESPN.